What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again. And today we return for the back nine to Nob North Golf Course in Cohutta, Georgia. This is the back nine of the first of a few rounds I played in the Southeast United States during spring break. And we get off to a pretty demanding start here on this back nine. This is the longest par 5 on the course, longest hole on the course, 574 yards, a double dog leg. Both dog legs go to the right. It is like a boomerang of a hole. If you were to measure straight from the tee to the green, just in a straight line, it would be about 410 yards. That is how much this hole dog legs. That is how crazy this hole is.
Wind's coming from this direction. It's going to have a long time to fall, so definitely do need to take that into account.
As you hear me talking through my strategy and why I've selected the club I've selected, this downhill shot, I mean, it's the third of 3 consecutive demanding shots on this hole. This is a true par 5 if I've ever seen one. I don't know if anyone's ever gotten home in 2. I certainly would never be able to.
Not enough on it.
And not even going to get home in 3 after chunking that 5-iron.
I caught it pretty close, though.
So, walking up to the green here, I see that I've got myself another one of those kind of long chip shots. I had a lot of those on the front, and I did well with a lot of them, so hopefully we can keep that going here. A lot of green to work with.
Well, he bumped it in, trickled it up and down, and look out. Look out. I tell you, around and on the greens, this boy is a magician.
Wedge-worthy? Yep. Yeah, you're good.
And there's another massive par. We've made a lot of absolutely critical pars today. Look at BT right there. He was having a lot of fun with us. He was enjoying the fact that I was playing well, and I was happy that I was finally playing well in front of him, because I have never broken 80 when I have played with him. The first time I ever played with him, I shot an 88 at Gatlinburg Golf Club 2 years ago. So that definitely was quite embarrassing, trying to make it up to him here in Georgia. And here we go on the number 1 handicap hole on the course. Oh, look at that. Someone hit a fairway. So there we go right there, guys. I've been looking for a shot like that for a while now. As you saw there, I did a great job at just turning my hips through that shot.
Big draw shot here. Got to just trust the hill.
I definitely didn't try to steer my wrists with that shot. Didn't try to steer the club at all there. And as you see, it worked out perfectly. Well, I don't know about perfectly, because we're on a big side hill here. Draw lie, and there's water left. And it's still over 200 yards to the hole. Yeah, this is the toughest par 4 on the entire golf course. I believe it's handicap hole number 3. And there's a reason why. I mean, even after a good drive that I hit there, I mean,
It just stayed right there.
when you have a tee shot where it almost forces you to hit a shot shape, that's when you know that a course means business. And you saw those trees get really high on that left side because of how far down the fairway goes, and because there's houses on the plateau over there. And I didn't get up to the plateau with this one. Thank you, dormant Bermuda rough that sometimes gets soggy. Hey, it's just the conditions we played, right? I mean, at least the greens aren't super fast, and at least there's not a ton of grain to deal with this time of year. It's variables that I don't normally think about in Michigan, but as I was saying, that tee shot, I mean, you even see, if you look on the right side of your screen, the fairway like bends that way too. So from the black tees, it almost forces you to hit a certain shot shape that sometimes you just don't have. So I was able to combat it really well. I was able to go back to my roots, and we got ourselves
on this back
okay
nine, which
hole.
are like the two toughest on the back nine, so that's good.
Yeah, bogey on that hole for me and for how badly I've been hitting my driver today is a semi-win. So going into this next hole, feeling pretty confident. And then I hit that baloney. Absolute crap shot there. I'm lucky I even cleared the water. I mean, that water should not come into play with where the pin is. And I just don't seem to make it easy on myself sometimes, do I? So after that, we got another tough chip of about 25, 30 yards. This looks familiar. That result sort of looks familiar. I've had a lot of great chips from there today. I've been really sharp from that range, and that was probably one of the tougher ones. That was the second toughest one I had after hole 9.
Oh, it's going the other way.
Because as you see, this is a giant green. Dad with about a 75-foot putt there that he actually cozies up really nice. I don't remember if he made that next one. I would think he did. But here we go for par. About 12 feet up the hill left to right. Why did I nice my own putt? I mean, I hit that really, really nice. The contact was great on that putter face when it left. So now we move into a short but pretty tight par 4. It's actually out of bounds on the left side of the hole. Dense woods on the right side. I mean, you can hit out of there, and it looks like that's where we're going to be hitting from. Back in the soup again. I tell you what, I don't know what to tell you.
What is it with me hitting it right today? Look at my ball prints, guys. That's great. It is a little bit toward the heel. I think that's all it is. But it's not bad, you know?
So, after that spiel of me complaining about how I can't hit a ball straight with a driver, which is something a 7 handicap golfer should be able to do, we've got ourselves a small gap, honestly. I got pretty lucky on where this ended up. Pretty decent lie, honestly. But this is a really difficult shot. We got to go over this first tree. And we do now got to go under the second one that hangs over the green. It hits it. It kind of pinballs around in there slightly. But it ends up dropping right on the green.
I think I still got it.
It was an excellent shot. I mean, I think it would have been on the green if it didn't hit the tree. The tree just kind of took some of the spin off of it. I didn't get the bite I wanted on it to keep it below the hole. But, I mean, in reality, if you give me that shot 100 times, I'll probably get about 5 as close as this. So we've got ourselves probably the most realistic birdie chance we've had today, 15 feet. Downhill, right to left.
Back in for Buffalo. Here's Manning walking in on goal. He scores!
Yes, Georgia Birdie! Georgia Birdie! He scored!
Thomas Manning! Oh my, what a goal! Manning just turned everybody inside out, upside down, a bingo!
Just like that, another state checked off the list on the Birdies Across America tour. That is 9 states now that I've made at least one birdie in. And I'll tell you, we might get another one after this amazing kick.
Did you see that?
That's a makeup break for the bump and run 50 degree on the 11th that didn't move at all.
My usual draw, and I'm not getting anything today.
Me still complaining about the draw. That was a 3-wood, so I was hoping that I'd have a little better luck with it, but I do gotta say, I hit it amazing, and just the first part of this season, I have hit my 3-wood off the tee when I use it off the tee absolutely incredibly. Like, I have just been compressing that thing every single time. I think I've finally mustered up the swing speed to use a 3-wood. And I don't know if you know this, but I used to watch this YouTube channel back in the day called Me and My Golf. It's run out of the United Kingdom by Andy Proudman and Piers Ward. I mean, I think the channel is still active today, but something pretty profound that I heard from them was that if you're above a 10 handicap, you probably don't have any business using a 3-wood off the deck. They just said it's not enough loft. You just can't control it as well, and you're just not compartmentalizing the game as much as you need to be compartmentalizing it. Because you probably don't need the distance from it very often anyway, because you're probably not playing the back tees. And if you guys remember from some of my earliest videos from 2020, back when pool noodles were still in the cups, I was not good at hitting my 3-wood. I was pretty terrible at it, to be honest with you. But that's largely because I didn't have the swing speed, and I just didn't have the control in my swing that I do now. I just hadn't developed what I've needed to develop. But now that I've gotten myself there, it's become a giant asset in my bag. And using that 5-wood here, trying to play it safe on this 15th par 4, which has a split fairway. And of course, which fairway do I take? The rough and the tall grass in between them. All right, BT's here, had an up and down round. I think if he pars out, he shoots 99, so if I counted right. So he's actually still got a chance. He's going to go for it. It's only 213 to carry.
Oh, I went for it.
Well, you're dry.
That was a practice shot. I was just...
Yeah.
How far
It didn't go past the tee markers. I suppose we can call it that. Yeah.
Now let's let me slow down.
Yep. You got it, man. There it is, baby. Oh! Oh! Oh my God, it's crunched. It's absolutely crunched. Yes! Yes! I don't care that it's the 3rd shot. Oh my goodness. The ground underneath here is pretty hard, so I gotta make sure to hit the ball first. Only 110 to the hole. With that absolute bomb by BT there, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen someone hit a drive that hard and stay as online as it did at the same time ever since I've been doing these videos. And definitely gave me a lot of confidence for this incredibly tough shot.
He cuffed it out of there, and boy, there is a fine golf shot from that lie.
There it is, man. There it is.
I think ever since that putt fell on 13 for birdie, I think I found another gear. And hopefully it's got enough juice to get me all the way home. Having one drop here to get us to +6, having a shot to play with would help. Normally, just that thought pattern of like, oh, I've got this many shots to give with this many holes left usually isn't a good idea, and probably crept into my head a little bit there and maybe got cowardice a little bit on the speed, didn't hit it hard enough to have the line it had. But if I can just ride this out and just hold on and play uber conservative until the end, I certainly will. So, the way with my short game's been today, I trust it. I don't trust my driver.
Oh, easy. Hang on. You gotta be kidding. Oh, this is incredible.
You are kidding. My goodness, this game.
No draw again, man.
Another great break. I do believe that ball bounced on the opposite side of the creek, then bounced its way over to where it is now. And it's just, I couldn't hit that shot again if I tried. So, I had no idea. I mean, I'd never played this course before. I had no idea there was a creek that ran alongside the right edge of the fairway the entire way up.
Really saturated ground.
And
but I have to do my best.
I just thought it was the hazard in front, which I cleared by far. Like I said, that was another 3-wood, and I just absolutely clocked it. So, just a short pitch in. Yeah, there's a marsh about 100 yards in front of this green, and that was what I was worried about. This par 5 was a lot more difficult than I gave it credit for. It was 568 yards, nearly as long as
Gorgeous.
hole 10, and it probably honestly plays longer because it's straight away and you can't really cut the corner if you would have that opportunity on 10 a little bit. So definitely just a beast of a hole. Tons of bunkers lining the fairway, OB left, creek right. And the only easy thing about this hole was this pin placement today. And I have another mid-range birdie putt here. And I don't get it. Unbelievable. That is another par on the card. If we par out, that's fine. But with holes like this, I mean, expect me to have that many holes that go exactly to plan in a row. I mean, fat chance, right? So here we are now, and if you saw on that pitch shot, that flag was actually blowing toward the trees long of the green. So this is actually an into the wind 185 par 3 bunkers guarding the pin hard creek from 16 just to the right of that. And as you heard Dad say, it was a perfectly struck 4-iron, another club I've gotten so much better with in the last year. But it just didn't turn over. I felt a little wind coming from the left side as well.
Just like mine did, kind of.
I thought it was going to take it. I knew the green sloped from left to right towards that creek over there. And I was shocked that this ball didn't keep running out. Just put too much bite on it with a 50 degree. Should have used a pitching wedge perhaps. And then on that putt, the line's good, the speed's not. It's a bogey. We're 8 over with 1 hole to go. And it's the third longest par 4 of the course with an absolutely ridiculous green.
Boom.
But that drive helps. That drive's going to put us in an advantageous spot.
All right, guys, you know the deal. Do or die right here. Really important shot.
160 yards?
160 yards exactly. A little bit downwind, but a little uphill, so it cancels out. So I'm going with 8-iron.
We got to pure another one here.
Doing the new trick where I the thumb chart for each iron.
With where this pin is on the green, I only have about 15 yards of room from the furthest left to the furthest right I can go. There's a bunker to the right, a cavernous drop off to the left that slopes towards 16 green.
So pretty.
This green is probably like 20 feet higher than 16's green.
Right!
Okay, 18
And
hole,
we
Nob North.
hit a magnificent
We think the score is 79.
shot. We have one more chance at this.
2 putt 80, 3 putt 81, 4 putt 82, 5 putt 83.
Glad we did it. I did good today.
Funny shot here, Benny Lewis with the Drano shot, right?
He wants the pin in. I think he's gonna.
Downhill Drano.
He's overdoing the practicing.
I got one I like. I'm good. I'm ready.
By a substantial margin, this is the best I've ever performed on a spring break round.
Colin Hampton, this one's for you.
It's all about to pay off right here.
Oh, no!
It just didn't take that final slight turn. Grazed the edge, and we shoot 80 on the nose. I don't think there's ever been a more bittersweet ending to a golf vlog than this. In all 97 of them up till this point, like this, that putt, that stung. But if we're going to look at this from an objective, just on paper point of view, that was an excellent round of golf. I mean, look at that. 6.2 differential on a 72.7, 133 slope course. My handicap at the time was 7.7, and that differential's a stroke and a half lower than that, so I played really well today, you know? I mean, a 39 on a 9 over 3,400 yards. That's awesome. And hitting 8 out of 18 greens after only hitting 3 fairways, that's incredible. I mean, my irons are the best they've ever been. And my 3-wood's the best it's ever been. I mean, you saw that shot on 16. That was insane. Like, I'd never hit a 3-wood that good from a lie like that, ever. So, other than my driver, there's really nothing to be mad about with this round. I had an excellent time. It was an insanely good course, especially for the money. I think it was $48 for 18 holes with a cart for each person, which, I mean, come on now. If you're in Chattanooga or Dalton, Georgia, or Cleveland, Tennessee, you need to get yourself to Nob North, all right? I mean, this is not a paid advertisement, but you have got to get yourself to Nob North. I mean, this place is insane. And one day, I really do hope to come back. Just to do it all over again, because I loved it so much. So, with all that being said, with it all said and done, we need to realize for a moment that compared to last year, yeah, Robert Trent Jones Golf Club at Hampton Cove, and how much of a travesty that round was. An 85, and honestly, that 85 was probably pretty questionable. I took some questionably long gimmies there. A couple questionable reliefs. Saying, oh, my ball made it over and then spun back and crap like that. That probably wasn't true. I mean, if we take that 85 and compare it to this year, a year later, my golf game has improved by leaps and bounds since that day. I understand this course is slightly easier, but still, like, handicap-wise, 4 strokes less, probably 5, considering if I putted everything out, I probably would have missed one of those 6-footers back on Robert Trent Jones and Hampton Cove. So, yeah, we'll just say it, 5-stroke improvement in a year's time. That's not too shabby for someone who's a single-digit handicap. Oh, man. What a great day this was. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than thanks for watching. It was an amazing experience. This spring break was filled with some really good rounds of golf. I ended up shooting 2 days after this. I went down to Disney's Palm in Orlando, and from the blue tees, which were like 73 something rating, 138 slope, I think, and 137. I shot an 81 at Gibson Bay up in Richmond, Kentucky on the way back. I shot an 80, and it was 71.6 rating, 125 slope, and it was like 42 degrees and windy. So 3 amazing rounds of golf in 5 days. I mean, there was a couple bad ones in between, but still, 3 out of 5 this early in the season. I'll take that and run. Man. 100th golf vlog's coming soon. Next golf vlog will feature a man you haven't seen in a while, but one that I'm sure some of you were itching to see at a great course as well, back in Metro Detroit. I can't wait to post it. I can't wait to see you guys again. Yeah, just nothing else to say. This is Buffalo Ben 15 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.